stream. Yep. Okay. Do not. Oh, streaming noise. I think I'll lie too much if I do non-copyright music. So I won't do that. My thing. Yeah. So as always, this is just a simple work stream. You saw the thing with Bob, clickbaited view review. Yes, that is my art, but I don't really work on that type of art for streams. I might do that in the future when I finish up my webtoon. And yeah, so this is just gonna be a coloring stream, really. The color thingy. That's it. Note to self, give Photoshop room to do its thing. Be a pain in the ass. This is swatches. Now I got some history going. Work for that. This and this. It's this. Skin, probably. This. Probably for shirt. Those being painless. So if anyone is caught up with this channel and is wondering if the animation is gonna come out, probably not. I was working on it and it turned out to have like 200 frames, and I'm not saying I didn't want to work on it because of 200 frames. I'm just not working on it because Adobe doesn't want me to be working on it. Apparently. Basically happened was my Adobe got updated and it updated too far into the shadow realm, which caused it to basically say that it's too advanced to dare downgrade into meager speculatory animation. And because of that, I have to downgrade Photoshop multiple times to find out which Photoshop will accept my animation. And so you're wondering, I tried 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 different types of Photoshop. Most of them ranging from 2021. Yeah. Because actually no, not 2021, 2022, because the thingy said it accepts 2022. So I was like, oh, okay, let's do 2022. And that happened. That's white. White's too powerful. That sounds racist. Don't take that out of context. That just looks off. I should put a transformative border. I'm actually try something kind of new when I fully color this first page after 40 minutes of streaming. Which is basically, I know this is supposed to be a gray out type of manga is thingamabob, but I always wanted to try just new things in general. So I'm probably gonna try out the little lesson I learned on a YouTube video I saw, which was how to explain it. Which is like a little Photoshop trick where you basically put another layer on top of it and you change its color contrast or like hue or whatnot to change basically the regular colors into other colors. It's better just to show you, but if you see my art on the thumbnail, you'll see that it looks better than I could ever made, and that's because I had that thingamabob, just that hue saturation thingy. And also the automated shadows, that's just from Adobe apparently. So if all those combined, you get art. Dark gray. That makes sense. Maybe like mid-tone light gray. Nope, that is the same gray. What is gray? That's literally just the background. But it'll work. Till I start using my brain and thinking. Maybe this. Okay, yeah, this definitely works better for skin. Yeah, okay. Uh-oh, issues are starting to happen at the 7-minute mark. Ooh, shapes like this. And I'm gonna go use a mixer paint brush, a wet paint brush to, is this mixing one? No, this is the blow tool, whoops. Here's my mixing brush. That's history. Huh, it disappeared. Uh-oh. This is what happens when you try out 60 different types of Adobe. You start missing some tools. Well, I guess I could do it the ghetto way, which is use a brush tool to make highlights. Like so. And then use the blur tool to say, fuck it, we ball. What? There's a thing called a dodge tool? Huh? It apparently lines the images, layers and images. I gotta try that out later. Oh, I'll try it out now. Hold on, let me do this first. So blow tool doesn't really mix it as much as I thought it would. It definitely does blur it out. Who would have thought it would do its purpose? There you go, wet media brushes. Kyle's blah blah blah, Kyle this. Inking thick and thin. No, that's actual inking. I'm trying to find dry to special effects. No, there's no brush I'm looking for. Well, let's try the light thing just for fun. Oh, sponge tool. What's this do? Fine, I'm just experimenting at this point. Sponge tool. Change the color saturation areas of an image. color saturation. I mean, there's not going to be much color saturation with this, but let's play around. Not really do much. Let's try the dodge tool. What? Okay, wait a minute. What is this? What is this melody? I mean, white and white doesn't look good for lighting, but I'm sure you're seeing something happening here. Magical transformation of a thing called lighting. Other lighting doesn't make sense from coming from here, so I should actually do it from here. And then I think I could actually go crazy and use a thing called a history brush, which will revert all the changes I made over here. But not to that. Okay, that was too much of a reversion. A reversion. So what we're gonna do is simply, if I had a mixing tool or like a smudge tool, maybe if I search them up, I'll find them. Give me smudge, smudge tool, smudge stick, smudge tool. There you go. I got the finger. Let's make it bigger. So what I'm doing is trying to actually just smudge that out to both sides so it looks like skin-ish. Do now, let's get a swatch, and I'm going to just color over it. Oh, whoops. Used wrong brush. General brushes. Soft round. Soft pressure size. Soft pressure opacity. I think that's what I'm looking for. Skin color is not it. Yeah, this one's it. Okay. Do that because the line doesn't make sense if it does. Now, if I really want to go detail, I could just put dark afterwards and go crazy. So now we're going to experiment because experimenting is just fun. First, let me shading here. Hold up. Do this because this is darker from the back hairs. Okay. So I'm going to show you what I've learned from that one video. Yeah, I'm gonna show you what I. Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna show you what I learned from that one video, which is something kinda wacky. Which is, so what we're gonna do, if I remember correctly, I'm gonna have to search it up on our little tools back here. My HUD is cramped. I'm gonna search up hue, I believe. Okay, this says hue saturation adjustments, adjustment new layer. So you add it onto the layer, so adjustments new layer and whatever. It says new layer. Well, new layer makes a new layer, so actually I should have put just adjustment 2 layer. So also I should have put the transformation thing so it's isolated to this layer instead of the whole place, because that might become a problem later. So hue adjustments. No, this is the wrong one. I need hue adjustments filter, I believe. I haven't done this in 2 days. Ooh, this is like a really old version. Version I'm on right now is 23.3.2. So it might be too old of a version to actually do what I want it to do, because it does not look like the one I had earlier. I'll tell you that. So now what? Increase the yellows. Increase the cyan. See what happens if I actually play around with this. This is not looking good. Like, look, this is not what the thing is supposed to look like. Uh-oh. My thing crashed. Well, I think my thing crashed. What? I'm confused. Let's search. No, it's still live. That was wacko mode. I don't know what happened. But I'm gonna keep on going until my thing crashes. It's me versus this computer that's taking only 88% CPU. Not as high as it used to be. I'm gonna be honest. Where did my Photoshop thingy go? Oh, Photoshop thingy just disappeared. Well, search up hue and then new adjustment to layer. Okay. New saturation, adjustments, levels, curves, brightness and contrast, hue saturation. There was, what was it again? It was like, you could put layers on top of it, and then you could change like literally everything, and would pull up a whole bar instead of this little tiny thing. Now I'm kind of confused. Let's look at the layers and see what's going on here. Delete the layer hue section here. Okay, layer 1, this is the color. So I'm going to delete blending options. Now I'm just experimenting, right? Oh, there it is. Okay. This is what you do. You right click it and then you press blending options. And then you can do crazy shit. There we go. Found it. Call me the Messiah. So I wonder if I could do it by putting this and just go right click blending options. No. Content aware field, don't want to do that. So we'll do selected mask. Okay, can't do that. Okay. Whatever. So we're going to now right click this blending options. With this power, I could do many crazy things. Like for example, gradient overlay. Whoops, I kind of have to have that, but okay. So this is opacity. So I could change the gradient. Hold up, I'll show you. We'll just slowly. So I could change the gradient over here. So this works better for like actual color drawings and not like manga as thingamabobs, but we're going manga as thingamabobs. So, what's a good color? This is so much fun because it makes you look like you know what you're doing, but in reality, you don't know what you're doing. So, oh, I do like some purples here, or like some going some blues here. So as you see here, this is darker obviously, so it's gonna be a darker blue, and this is a lighter blue. Now, as I said, this works better with like crazy contrasting colors, but for now, I'll just show you like this. If I go all the way, like this, and then you could do some crazy other stuff. Oh, color overlay, that's too powerful. I think play around. Yeah, you can just simply play around with this. I'll let you guys explore if you guys get to have Photoshop. But right? Okay. So these make multiple layers. Ooh, Santine is really cool. If it works, I don't think it worked this time. Because what it does is basically like automate shadows for you. And if you don't know what you're doing with shadows, this just does it for you. I'm sure other artists, they actually like transform, overlay, or do their own shadows, but if you're really lazy, you just use Santine. Santine. Difference observed by color. No. I do red. Ooh, America. Okay. Go purple. Ooh, effects. Okay, I think I'm gonna chill on the color just a tiny bit and just do blue. I think I will use this actually. I think I'll try to experiment in this in the manga because like obviously I knew I suck at color, but if I do this, I probably look like I know what I'm doing, which is 100% not true, but it looks good, and I think that's the whole like point of like drawing and whatnot is that it looks good, so it just works. As the Spiffing Brit says, and Todd Howard says, it just works. Ah, okay. This is drop share. Okay. Okay. We don't need that. I just canceled everything. Didn't I just cancel everything? Did I just really just cancel everything? Ah, well, that was very informative. But as you see, my 8th level intellect, I'm simply not going to add color because reasons. Yes, I'm actually going to keep on doing my manga aesthetic. So now we're going to go over here and we're going to color this. As always, pardon my messy coloring. It's just that mass production is the way to go. Oh, clearly need bigger guns here. Clearly. Let me check the color. Wow, the color is definitely not that one. It's the color of the MC's skin right here, and it goes very light. This. Oh, that's too light. That's like. I'm using the wrong brush for this, but whatever. Just increase the size of the brush. And then he has white hair. And use the very specific eraser to help the details out. Oh, that's skin color. Let's just do that. Oh, whoops. So this scene right here is when the MC is yawning because he is bored. Everything. School, etc. Recently, I began to rewatch Death Note, and I didn't think my character had so many similarities to Light Yagami, but they do. Other than my character not being smart, but it's just like the idea of boredom causing chaos, essentially, because people are bored. I really do like that idea that boredom causes mostly a lot of strife in the world because if you're bored, you go insane, which causes you to make up things that are not real or not applicable to human society. A good example would be not just Death Note, but a good example would be some people like get so bored in life and don't have any purpose that they start complaining about menial things. And I'm not gonna say it out loud. There are some menial things that are not to be complained about. Okay. Space looks weird. It's like with two colors. That looks so off. It's not even. Dude, what is this color? This is why we pull up the eyedropper. This is simply hacks mode. It gives you the exact color you need to perfect your art. Okay. Now I'm going to use a light gray for the eyes. I mean a light white, like, yeah. Okay, let's see how the consistency looks. Put some detail with the hair, some grays. So, okay. And then you guys started with a really bright white for the hair, like this. Seems my brushes incidentally just mix. Anyways, it's opacity and whatnot, which is good. And grays. And then very dark grays. I'm gonna lower down that. I'm not working as efficiently as I usually do because this is basically a whole nother Photoshop than I'm used to dealing with. It's taking me 27 minutes to do 2 frames. Ooh, ha. Some speed on this stuff, but I guess I have been getting a little rusty on coloring, and I did have to set up this stream, so excuses, goodbye excuses. We're going to, we're going to experiment once again, because I can't help myself. Blending options. I wonder if, even though I put it there, would it blend both places? No, not drop shadow. Oh, sorry, that's in the way. So we're gonna go Sandine. Nope. Inner glow. What shall inner glow do? Apparently nothing here. Okay. Let's actually just go to the regular usual thing, gradient overlay. And the gradient overlay, we're gonna put it as a light blue. And we're going to essentially load it down. So we're gonna actually change the color theory, which is how powerful it becomes from the thingamabobber. So like this. And I think what this would do is make it more distinct, maybe? No. Seems the colors are too similar that it doesn't really work for grays and stuff, which is a shame because I really was hoping for it to do my job for me, but I guess not. This is bevel. Ooh, okay. Let's not play around with these anymore because it clearly does not work for grays and stuff unless you actually have some color separation. Like this had some color separation because it was just so dark up here and so light down there, but I don't have that right here. So, therefore, next page. I haven't worked on this so long that I've almost forgotten the plot. I was supposed to do this like 2 months ago. It's just that I was busy making animation and shit. And reasons. What are you? Okay, I definitely gotta use a different brush. This brush is not helpful enough. There you go. This is it. I'm just using the basic brushes given to me because either we update Adobe and stuff. It's really bad because I'm not having any of the tools in my disposal that could help me do this. And that's white. Oh my god. That is not what I was looking for. Okay. Try again. Hmm. Still, the brush is like too iffy. I think I'm gonna use my secondary tactic, which is just use instead a wet brush. Yeah, wet brush. Just a really wet brush just to like ink it. Yeah, like that. I used this for my thumbnail actually. I called it the manga brush. But I modified it so it wouldn't be so inky, like wet and stuff. But I guess this will work. Another great thing about this, you could be actually very specific if you have a sensitive pen. You can lightly just go da 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 da. Okay, now my eraser is too big. Yeah. So I'm not doing exact stuff because even great comic artists and whatnot to make small mistakes that you can see, unless it's like American ones, like DC comic, but manga ones, they make small mistakes. I've seen some of the lines not completely finished. So therefore, as an amateur webtoonist, or whatever you call us, I gonna make plenty mistakes times 85, you see. So I'll probably solve the mystery of which Photoshop version I need to do my thingamabob. I tried the latest one, it didn't work, if anyone's asking before that one. Um, but I'll I'll see if I could get help. No, I'll probably figure out the mystery beforehand, but if you guys know which, I'm not sure if the, what they call like water screens or whatnot, water mask, what's it called, picture mask or whatnot. So basically it's the loading screen of Photoshop. If any of y'all use Photoshop and you see the water screen of pink flamingos and know which update that was, please tell me in the comment section. That would be greatly appreciated. Because although I am going to go to like 90 different moe and find it naturally through pain and suffering, if you could get maybe a little bit sooner and tell me, that would be great. I'd be gratefully pleased. And I might find your channel, subscribe to it, if that means any consultation. Consultation? Is that even a word? Whatever, Shakespeare was allowed to make fucking random words. I'm allowed to do the same thing. So I think after learning a little bit more about Adobe, this stuff right here, I'm just gonna actually blend it right afterwards, which will, well, not necessarily blend it, but like, dude, I need an airbrush, but like smudge it a bit together so it looks more cohesive instead of just plop, 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 plop. The power of learning the tools of your program. And as always, with the artwork thumbnail, I'm going to be slowly improving it. So, get ready to see it in my next stream. Also, I thought of some really cool idea about the thumbnails I'm using for the artwork stream. So, if you see, it's my character, Kenshi Shirami, but that's Kenshi Tet. So I'm gonna actually, instead of calling them Kenshis, I'm just gonna call them by their full names, Tet. So, Tet, he, on the other thing, you just see him bored as heck, but now on the new thumbnail, you see him getting up and looking to the side. So what I'm going to do is each stream, I'm going to obviously improve the other one, not just streams, but like the actual artwork. And after the three phases, it's finished, right? So the first one's rough draft, second one is coloring better line work and whatnot, third one is without line work and finished beautifulness, whatnot. But after each painting is finished, I had to make a new one, right? But I wanted to have the same type of theme, so it's gonna be like Kenshi slowly like out of the screen or something like that, or like reacting to something. Because right now it looks like he's getting up and looking to the other side. Then the next one he might see someone, or I might add someone. It's gonna be like pretty interesting. Because those who've looked through my playlist, they'll see like the slow animation or yeah, like animatic more likely, and they'll be like, "Oh, that's pretty cool." I'm like, "Yeah, that's pretty cool. You had to look through all my stuff to see it." And it's like, "Yup, I did." Golly. Okay, 3 more minutes of streaming, and then I'll go on my own and start grinding Adobe Photoshop. Yet again, define which version is the official one. Is the one that will accept my animation and let me do it once more. And why if I do it, bro? I'm putting that shit on the cloud. I'm fucking putting that as a video, cause I ain't risking it a second time. I didn't even know this was a problem until now. This is wild. Throughout Photoshop just pulls out surprises when you when you feel comfortable. He's like, "Hey, you didn't save it. You lost all your stuff." Or, "Hey, I'm gonna update myself." So then now you have to fucking find which update I have in store for you. And I'm like, God fucking damn. I think this is the closest thing to an airbrush, but it doesn't like mix. I think it's just because its opacity is down, which is very nice. Very nice. So this girl right here is Kiki, or yeah, her nickname is Kiki, and her father named her after her father. Her nickname is Kiki, but her actual name is Cookie, which is weapons name, because her father is obsessed with weapons, and that's kind of embarrassing for her. But she's like, whatever. So I was thinking of making like a crazy thing, like a crazy like string, not string theory, what is string theory technically, but like a crazy crossover where like Ken and Cookie's son, oh spoilers, whatever, or like daughter was actually Gom. No, not Gom. It was actually Danielle from my other series I'm gonna work on in the future, which is I decided to level up. That shit, oh my god, I can't wait to work on that one, even though I have unfinished project with this one. But I'll finish it soon. I'll finish it soon. And that story is going to be very interesting, and it's going to have some references and whatnot. A lot of references, actually, of my old characters that I just decided to make to overseas. I'm living my own fantasy, okay? Although other people don't enjoy my fantasy as much as I do, I care not, as I placed it in front of people's faces. And I did it my way. Ah, 20 minutes. Well, that's my time to be up, but I'll draw one more thing in pure silence. Just kidding. Not in pure silence, because I cannot help myself and hear my own lovely voice. Because you have to become an egoist to become an entertainer. Wow, this brush is actually really fun to use. Holy shit. I gotta remember to take this brush. What is this brush called? I just love airbrushes, or anything that resembles like a type of airbrush. I think this one's is from General Brushes, and it's soft round, maybe? Probably soft round. But damn, this one's... Look at this. Look at this. Look at that texture. Look at that power. Oh my. I think I'm in love. Well, well, well. There. The skin seems too dark or too light. Okay, now this is one weakness of the great brush is that it's really bad at coloring. As the different opacities, so you have to go this bad boy right here, which is the base color 9000, and he'll fix all your problems. So my priority isn't my webtoon now. My priority has always been this YouTube channel, so because of that, I'm pushing back my webtoon to do that animation. Originally it was supposed to be just like a 17-second animation, but what happened, lovely FYI, happened was that like I made so many frames that was so fast, I was like, why don't I just slow it down and pace it out? And then with that thought in mind, I was like, if I'd slow it down and pace it out with that many frames, then in the end, there would be more time, basically, instead of 17 seconds. And then I thought to myself, oh shit, that's a great thing, because instead of a 17-second animation, it'll turn into a literally like 3-minute music video on accident. Isn't that great? That's what I thought to myself. But then what happened was Adobe decided to update, and now I have to fix that thing. But once I fix that, oh, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. Although it's hell, like animating. It's not hell to me. Not anymore. Because would you rather do animation and have hell and have to suffer through it? Or have to suffer through knowing that you can't do it, but it's right there, and it's right on your thing above. Adobe Photoshop is right there, but you have to fucking search through 80 different types of Photoshops to find the Photoshop that works. Okay, that did not make sense. Why did I do this darker hue when this is his skin color? My skin color is white. Okay. Pausers. I am... My brain's not computing when I talk at the same time. Multitasking is not my thing. Careful, sword buff. Careful! Careful! This wouldn't be a problem if I made multiple layers for everything. But this is a webtoon. Bump multiple layers. Bump micromanaging. It's just color. There we go. There we go. Like sculpting a masterpiece, you see, the way I color. You slowly whittle it down until there's nothing left. I do want to record gaming content, but my PC cannot handle it. Mostly because I don't have Wi-Fi. Because I only use Wi-Fi cord for streaming. But other than that, also just yet again, my PC just cannot handle it. I just want to record Roblox. Because even if you get the Wi-Fi, you have to deal with the PC computing, OBS, and whatnot. And then my antivirus is not working. So many problems. But so little sympathy or care from me, at least. Because struggle will make me strong. Because one day, I will get the ultimate gaming PC, an ultimate Wi-Fi cable, and I won't have to worry about all of that. And then I will progress to a demigod. Yes, that power will be legendary. Ta-da! Okay, well, thanks for watching the stream if you actually got this far, and yeah, hopefully look forward to my animation, my other stuff, if it comes out, and see you.